Welcome back to our part 2 of our Halloween special. Basically, what we've been doing is we've been hanging out here with Eric at Comic Book Heaven, and that's at 4221 Pleasantville Road. Excuse me. Yeah, you're right. Pleasant Valley Road. 4221 Pleasant Valley Road, Suite 104, down here in Virginia Beach. And you really need to come down and take a look at this shop. This guy treats you right. Your books, your backboards, everything that you need, the collectibles. And we've just been having a blast. We've been taking up a lot of his time. And Windhammer has found a permanent home here. I'm actually switching over my prescription. You might want to come down here and fill out a board and see what you can get for your comics. I'm telling you, this is a place of value. But we are back with our podcast.
All right, well, I guess we can take it more into everybody's kind of realms and fandoms.
Realms and fandoms.
Yeah. And,
that's way too varied for me. Yeah, I'm gonna need
this
some
man
guidelines.
covered because we get with Hatter and it gets kind of weird.
Okay.
Keep it tame.
He goes off the deep end.
Yeah. He was looking at one of the comics in here and he was pointing out, that's what I want for my next logo, my next character look. It's that guy getting stabbed to death on the cover, and I'm just sitting there going, okay.
Good Lord.
The whole thing that brings us here is the fact that we wanted an old school comic book shop that wasn't more flash and
Flash and no content.
Yeah, and here, the owner knows his stuff. He knows his comics. He can keep up with you. So, Eric, thank you for joining us again.
Thank you guys for being here.
So, open up your fandoms.
I need to get.
Uh-oh, here it comes. I knew it was coming.
It's not a rant. It's not a rant.
Look, we were getting along just way too good lately.
By the way,
Headbutting is about to occur.
I want to hear your thoughts.
Uh-oh.
You know how Marvel, their whole thing is they're the house of ideas.
Uh-huh.
Right? And this whole week, or maybe 2 weeks, I've been looking at the new events that they're coming out with, and I'm like, I think they ran out of ideas. Because they're coming out with Civil War again.
Oh.
Days of Future Years.
Yeah.
Years of Future Past.
Years
or
of
something.
Future Past or something like that. And House of M again. So I'm like, come on, man.
But
they're also doing Inhumans Adelon Rising.
What is that?
I don't know. I think that's something that they've done. They've touched on before.
Well,
I'm not sure. And I know a lot of these ideas that they're putting out, that they're teasing, are things that we've seen before. And somebody was saying, what if they're all just one shots, like what ifs, kind of.
Even if they are, we've seen them before. And the whole Inhuman thing, that's the new thing they're trying to gear towards because they're trying to stick it to Fox. That's all it is. They don't want to come out with New Mutant stuff.
Well,
because they don't want to give them
how
they say they're
ending
not.
the Fantastic Four.
Exactly, they're saying they're not, but
they've killed Wolverine.
Yeah.
Okay, my thing with that is that I don't understand. I mean, I understand it's a hot property.
Old Man Logan too.
Oh, I'm going to talk about
I mean, I understand it's a hot property, and with Marvel, to me, Spider-Man is a very big key to that universe.
Yeah, they can't get rid of him.
Sony.
That's not Fox. That's
I know,
Sony.
but I'm saying still, they should bring them back and let them come back into the fold, or at least okay, well, as long as you give us a percentage, it's not like Sony is dying over there without that money. You know what I mean? No. Spider-Man to me belongs to Marvel. He should come back to Marvel.
They're not going to get rid of him.
I know. They're not.
For the Avengers, in the Avengers, they were supposed to have the Oscorp building from the Amazing Spider-Man.
They won't let him.
No. The deal was already made.
Oh, yeah?
They just ran out of time by the time the deal had been made to be able to go in and edit it in.
Let's see.
Oscorp was supposed to be part of the New York skyline in the Avengers.
Oh, yeah?
So that's already set the stage. That already would have started setting the stage for bringing Spider-Man into the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
You're a Marvel guy. We're talking to Eric now. We're talking to Eric now, the owner of the store. You're a Marvel guy.
Yeah.
And you're a store owner. What do you think about that?
Well, going to what he was saying about bringing Spider-Man into the Avengers, I don't think that's going to be a good idea because they just integrated him at the end on the comic books. just because he was not so popular back in the days, but other comic books and Avengers wasn't selling.
Yeah.
So they just put him in there to become one of the Avengers.
You see, this is the man that knows his
He's
stuff.
been an on again, off again Avenger.
Because of that, because he was so famous whenever he actually came out,
Yeah.
And the Avengers, if you see the whole Avengers storylines, the one that ends at the end, it will be like number 100 when everybody joins together, or everybody that's been in Avengers comes in that cover.
Yeah.
After that, the story kind of like start dying,
Yeah.
and that's when they actually did. They started introducing Spider-Man into the Avengers because he was so famous into that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'd be kind of excited to see Marvel have more control over Spider-Man cinematically. I mean, Sony's done a fairly good job. Spider-Man 1 with Tobey Maguire was pretty good. Spider-Man 2 was even better. They really missed the mark on Spider-Man 3.
That's putting it
I
mildly.
mean, like what was saying though, nowadays it's all about business.
Yeah.
It is.
It's how much money this movie could make me. How
Butts and
much you're gonna
seats.
like it.
And that's the problem with the studio.
It is.
But that was Marvel's mistake. I mean,
Well,
they made a horrible deal. It is what it is.
They never, when that happened, they never envisioned that they would start making the movies themselves. It was after that happened, after, X-Men 3, after X-Men Origins Wolverine, that they decided, you know what? Maybe we could make these movies a little bit better.
Yeah.
We can't use these properties because we already wrote, a deal with them.
Yeah.
But, and then they got partnered up with Disney and things just took off.
And you gotta take it with a grain of salt, because Spider-Man 3 was a mess, but then they came out with Amazing Spider-Man. It made $600 million.
Yeah.
And now Amazing Spider-Man 2,
Didn't make as much.
but it still made like $500 million.
I didn't like it. I mean, for me, Tobey Maguire, the first two movies, I don't know, man. By that second movie, I'm sitting there and I'm just like, cut the kid a break. Please cut Peter Parker a
But
break.
that was Spider-Man for all these years.
But that's what I'm saying, man. But that's what made it good. You know what I'm saying? So when I have a hard time, and I'll be the first one to tell you, I have a hard time adapting to different directors when they get a property and they change it so much.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I got excited. 1989, Batman comes out. Tim Burton's doing it. I'm like, Michael Keaton as Batman. I lost my mind. Are you kidding me? Michael Keaton, this guy. Then I saw Michael Keaton act. I was like, okay.
In the outfit, yeah.
So
Killed it.
Yeah.
yeah,
he
two
did.
comes out, and I'm kind of like, this is pretty good. He rips off the mask. I'm like, oh, man. Okay. 3 and 4 come out, and I'm horrified.
Different director.
I'm horrified. I'm seeing bat cheeks on the screen, nipples on my suit, a guy blowing up the Batcave. I'm just like, oh my god. Then they change the car, and then Alfred becomes Uncle Alfred, and Batgirl becomes his niece. And,
Robin taking the Batmobile out for a joyride.
I mean, just so many things that I was just like,
Again, different screenwriters, different directors.
Look, you can say again this.
Blame
all I'm
Joel
just saying-
Schumacher.
I do blame Joel Schumacher, but what I'm saying
Well,
is,
blame
it
DC
takes-
for letting that happen.
It takes so
Because they
much.
still have control.
They were
They
in a
do.
bad way.
They
at that
do.
Think
point in time.
about Ben Affleck becoming Batman.
I like
he's
it
gonna crush it.
because
I'm excited.
I do.
I'm excited.
First of all,
I think he's gonna
man,
crush
we
it.
have an American playing a DC hero. You know how many Brits are playing our heroes now?
Well, Canadian.
Yeah, no,
I
go ahead, Foss.
Okay. I think he's going to be good for a few reasons. Number one, he's learned his lessons from his past mistakes. Everybody wants to really hold on to that, and I think we all just, from this table, talked about second chances, Everybody deserves a second chance. I mean, not everybody's first time at something is great. He understands this product with Batman.
And more
like Daredevil.
fan.
I thought Daredevil was a good movie.
He even said,
I like it. A great role.
Yeah.
he even said if he
Oh,
thought
Daredevil, yeah.
But after that, I mean, let's be honest. I mean,
But
He got-
But if
Town.
you watch it,
Town
if you
was
watch it
good.
out in the town, he's good. And
Argo.
he's
Argo.
excellent.
That's all I gotta say.
But
Argo.
the main thing
Argo's
is that
amazing.
He directed that.
what
And that's why he got that.
He's come a long way. I mean,
Yeah, what gives-
hunting,
Yeah.
stuff like that. I mean, he's come a
DC
long
was
way.
like, who
He's
could
done a
forget?
few things.
Award-winning director and actor.
no, what gives me a lot of hope is that he's mega Batman fan. Mega Batman fan.
Him
Well, I
Kevin
mean,
Smith.
And it's like
Nicolas Cage was a big Ghost
Superman
Rider fan.
and
Ghost
Superman
Rider
fan,
fan
too.
named Ghost Rider.
Blame Warner Bros. For Superman Lives never coming out.
well,
They canceled it.
I think that's the biggest mistake that they're making right now, having all those actors that are fan of one character becoming that character.
Yeah.
Because Nicolas Cage, I mean, Ghost Rider,
Yeah.
wasn't that.
well, I don't know. I like the second one.
I don't know
like
if
the
you,
second
I don't know
one.
if you can entirely blame it on Nicolas
I
Cage
didn't
himself.
like
I mean, a
either.
lot of it is the script and the
And
director and what the director
yeah.
wants to see and what
Yeah.
their vision is, and you know,
I really like the second one.
The directors don't take enough heat on these superhero movies that we
No.
see come out,
Take heat
and
from me.
they're not. They don't. No. You know, some of us give them heat. You know, we blame the director, but you know, oftentimes the easiest thing to do, the visible person,
Yeah.
is the person in the role.
Yeah.
They didn't write the script usually.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes they don't even get any input on the script. You know, if they want to change something, they won't necessarily be allowed to have it changed.
No.
You know, that some of those script writers are pretty, you know,
Some
damn
of the
arrogant.
directors don't even have.
There we
final
go.
approval. Yeah, they don't have final approval, man. They come in there, sit and watch the dailies. They go, no, you need to change that because that's not working for me.
You know, a lot of, like he said, a lot of people don't like Nicolas Cage as Ghost Rider, but I bet you 90% of those people haven't even read a Ghost Rider movie, comic book,
You're right.
and they're like, "That's not how I see him." You don't even read the comic books, but what I'm saying, like the first one, yeah. I kind of understand why people didn't like it. The second one is more like. It's more horror, you know. It's
Like
still
Ghost Rider
weird,
should be.
but Ghost Rider is weird.
So
And when like there's a scene that I love. I mean, I really like that movie. But there's a scene where he's just standing and he's waving like this, and you can see the smoke, the flame. I'm like, that's freaking scary. That's how Ghost Rider will be.
Blade.
I love Blade.
Blade
I love all
was the
three
first
Blade
comic
movies.
book movie, in my opinion, done correctly.
Yeah, I love Blade.
I was sitting in the theater.
Everything about those three
Music
movies,
pumping.
I love.
You thought you were in a club. You know, you're sitting there going there, and then the blood comes from the ceiling. I'm like, oh God! And then everything stops, and you hear it's the Daywalker. And you're just
Yeah.
like, oh my God, this man is about to bust. Yes, and he went to work. 3, 2.
When I first saw that teaser for the first Blade movie,
Yeah.
and he jumps from that building to the other, you can see
Yeah.
him walking in the air. I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
I mean when that came out, I've never seen anything like that.
No.
Especially not from a comic book.
Yeah, that was one of the first R-rated
Yeah, that was
comic book
that was
movies
intense.
that got big, and then next thing you know, everything gets teased down. And I was working in the theaters, and I hadn't watched a movie in a long time. I go into a theater, and I'm watching this PG-13 movie, and to me, it was like rated R. The language was coming through, there was some nudity, and I'm like going, wow, this is PG-13. And you notice how they like cut everything down because of like the content. Now they say they want to get to the ages between 13 and say 8 because these are the people who keep mommy and daddy running in and out of the theater. So they want to cut it down and stop making these realistic R-rated movies
Yeah.
so they can keep the kids, you know, buying these tickets with their parents or even dropping them off at the movie theater so they can keep butts in seats.
See that's one thing that's one thing that bothers me about the whole commercial. I mean, I know it's because you know it's a business, and I understand that, but there's characters that you can get away with. You can get away with it with any character, but there's characters that you shouldn't try to get away with that.
I agree.
Captain America. Come on, man! You gotta keep it. You gotta keep it PG because everybody looks up to Captain America.
Yeah.
Not if you're modeling it after Ultimate Captain America.
Well,
Then
yeah,
you can
but
go
that's
up to PG-13.
No, that's the Ultimate Universe. But anyway,
Which is what the new
Superman.
Marvel universe is based off of. Most of the cinematic is based off of the Ultimate
about
Universe.
him not being Captain America no more and directing.
I don't even want
I've
to think
said
about
this.
that.
I've said this. Stop whitewashing, quote unquote, my characters. Stop trying to make them black, Latino, whatever else, just because now there are a few people who aren't comfortable. These are iconic characters for 75 years. You can't tell me that you can't create another black superhero or another Mexican or Puerto Rican. You can't tell me that.
That was my favorite. That was perfect that you actually brought it up with Thor, female Thor.
Yeah.
I mean, why kill the other guy, the male? Why not
He's
just...
not dead.
He's drowned. One arm missing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm not even gonna. Yeah, I
you know what I'm saying?
if it was in my house, I would have flipped this table over right now.
So I agree with you.
Yeah.
There's a lot of characters,
Make new
you know,
characters.
that they could
Thank
make.
you.
or some of the more obscure ones that people may not have heard of. Bring them into
Yeah.
prominence.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
What about the
bring-
gay thing? That was a thing that really bothered me. We're making a DC character gay, and it's Green Lantern, from Earth, whatever.
Alan
I'm
Scott?
like,
He's
the
not
wood
gay.
guy, the Green Lantern
He's
wood
not
guy.
gay.
That's who you're gonna make. That's not a major DC character to me. I'm sorry. I know he was an original
he never was a
JSA
major
character,
DC.
but yeah, who was he?
Yeah.
That was
Even
like a
if I
slap
was
in the
even
face.
if I was gay, I would be like,
Exactly.
He's a
It's
stupid
slap-
character.
It's a slap in the face.
Oh,
Yeah,
gee,
that's
thank
a
you.
slap in the
Yeah.
face. You know.
like I was saying, I said that in
Make
one
a
of
new one, or
Thank you.
There's an openly gay character in Alpha Flight. Bring him into prominence.
North Star, yeah.
North Star, bring him out. You know,
And he's always been gay.
he's always been gay.
Right?
When
he
he
got
wasn't
married
popular.
though, right? He got married, right? So then Batgirl comes along. She's with Sawyer,
yeah,
Maggie
yeah.
Sawyer. They can't get married, and the writer's like, okay, well then
Batwoman.
we're out. We're
Yeah.
Batwoman, not
Batwoman,
Batgirl.
We're out. We're not going to do this because this is crazy. You can let them date and fondle each other all throughout the books, but now that they want to make a serious commitment,
You
you want
can't
to drop them, right?
Yeah.
Funny little side story. I'm on my way home from work today, and there's these people talking about honking for marriage between one man and one woman. And the guy is out by my car, and he's got his sign up, and he's trying to get me to honk. Normally, I would do something or say something like, "Get you too close to my car, get back."
Yeah.
But I totally ignored him, and it just got me thinking about, where we have come from as, this stuff is now mainstream. It's in our society, it's in our things, and how accepting of a people are we? And now it's drifting into comic books and all this other stuff. And of course, guys, we love it when we see two girls doing whatever. But then when two males get up there, oh, good, no, I don't want to see that.
Yeah. That's super true.
And it's just it just kills me about the stereotypes. But here you have a character who was dating this person, and now they plan to get married, and then DC's like, oh no, you're not gonna do that.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
That makes no sense.
If they want to get married and be unhappy as the rest of us, let them.
Yeah, and Dan DiDio's response was, they're superheroes. They shouldn't have happy lives.
Who said that?
Dan DiDio.
But when for me, when I read my book, I'm not really caring if Batman's going to hook up with Catwoman. I want to see him go through something and come out the other side, either broken, bruised, battered, or beaten, or even winning. Yeah.
But it just doesn't make sense.
But I don't care who he's humping. I just don't.
But it doesn't make sense that you're fine with Batman having sex with Catwoman on top of a rooftop, but you're not happy but you can't deal with these two girls that are in a serious relationship getting married.
Right? Yeah.
What? I mean, if you're gonna
together,
go,
I mean, they've only been together as far as you enjoyed the
Character,
characters.
right? Exactly.
Why not give them that?
Well, see,
Yeah.
Montoya is the only one that I'm really kind of like a little upset with because they kind of shamefully let her skirt around and not really find anybody. Of course, she was with Batwoman, and then they split up and da 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 da. But
Speaking
I mean-
of which, sorry, how do you like the way that's going in Gotham?
Montoya, and then they bring in the gay thing with Montoya and Barbara, right?
but that's the thing. That first of all, that's not real. Well, that's not Barbara.
Right, right.
Second of all,
that is Barbara. That's Barbara's mom, Barbara.
oh yeah, that's okay. But
Barbara Jr. Company?
yeah, Barbara. Yeah.
Well, it really is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Barbara Gordon's mother is Barbara
Barbara
Gordon.
Okay. Well, I didn't know that her name was Barbara.
Yeah.
But Renee Montoya is not that old. By the time Batman is Batman, Renee Montoya is gonna be like 60.
Well,
She's the question, right?
Yeah, no, but that's the only thing when they do these adaptations, like all of a
They
sudden,
completely change it. That's
and they bring in Viper, a derivative of Venom. What? You bring in Venom So where's my Bane? Is Bane going to be here? Is Barbara Gordon going to be Batwoman too? Is this? And then Bruce is going to see that and steal the idea to become Batman from her.
That's like bringing kryptonite and you're never going to show Superman.
You know what I mean?
What's the point?
It really.
Hi.
That's why, like I said, man. I mean, I take the show for what it is.
Yeah.
Like Callisto said, entertainment, and I roll with it from there. You have to throw away the Batman lore. Because
definitely with this one.
Yeah, because
That's what everybody's
Just use the
confused,
Batman lore to
or
look
they're
for
just
Easter
thinking
eggs.
about
Yeah.
Batman here,
So, it takes a little bit to whatchamacallit, I mean, I give it a B because I've never liked B-, because I never really liked Penguin. And this is the first time I've got an interesting Penguin.
Yeah.
So, I give him that. You know what I mean?
And talking about, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Talking about character, we went on a tirade, but talking about characters that are like all ages, that should be all ages. I talk about Captain America, Superman. They, you know about this. They just announced the Cyborg movie.
Again,
Why?
I mean, Cyborg wasn't even cool in the '80s when they tried to make him a superhero super friend.
I mean,
What was this?
they're trying to like force feed you Cyborg one way
You
or
know
the
why?
other.
Because wait a
Affirmative
minute.
action strikes again.
Yes, we have too many white
603.
men here. We need to put a color dude up in here. Quick, give me Cyborg.
That's what
No.
it is.
So
And that's-
then you're gonna be mad whenever they come out with a Black Panther movie?
No, no. But that's totally different.
But Black Panther,
How's that?
He's a badass.
No. You have the
African
Avengers,
Captain
right?
America.
You have the Avengers. DC is predominantly a white man's club.
You right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is, give me something
Well,
a little bit
change-
more interesting
like Smallville,
than
they changed-
Cyborg.
Yeah. You
A
can't compare,
Teen
you can't
Titan.
compare Black
You're gonna give me a Teen Titan that never can grow up, but then you're gonna say, "Oh, here's Cyborg." I mean, even with Justice League War, they changed his origin a little bit more. Now his dad is a scientist. He's this football star. Daddy can't spend time with him. He wants his dad. I get it. I like it.
Sounds like
See,
Smallville.
that's when the whole mistake is about. We talk about the characters like that as comic books fan.
Yeah.
We don't talk about business or movie.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it
Because
is.
Teen Titans, the only one who actually is bigger in there is Robin and Cyborg.
Yeah.
Right.
Cyborg
That's what it
actually
is.
becomes part of the Justice League.
Right.
Yeah.
Nobody else does. So that's why they're not gonna make a Sapphire movie on Raven. They're actually talking about show, but
Right.
but they're not gonna come out a movie of them, because they're not so big.
Right.
And what you saying makes sense, except they're not gonna make a kid movie.
No,
No.
they're not.
You know what
Like
I
you
mean?
were saying, they need a black superhero
That's what
in
it
the
is.
movie
what
besides Blade.
That's
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah.
That's
That's
what
why
it is.
Marvel's coming out with Black Panther.
And also a lot of fans have been clamoring it for a long time.
Well-
but if you compare Cyborg to Blade, he's not even in the Blaze level.
Well,
Blade
that's
was a white guy in the comic.
well. My thing is
No, he was a black guy.
My thing with that is
Yeah,
that
it was Johnny
you
Blaze.
could have given me, and I can't even believe I'm saying this. Black Lightning, Static Shock. You could have gave me somebody with a little bit more than Cyborg. That's all I'm
Static
saying.
Shock.
That's all I'm saying.
No,
You could have gave me somebody.
And that's
this-
Black Vulcan, please.
No, but this is
Black
this is what
Vulcan.
happened. No, this is what happened when they first announced that Cyborg movie. I was just like this. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" And I swear to you, I wrote on my Facebook thing. You can look it up. I said, "Why don't they give me a Static Shock movie?"
I saw that.
And I swear to you, the next day, they came out with the news. They're
TV
coming
show,
with a
right?
Static Show live action TV show.
Yeah, Static Shock show.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yes.
Well, I mean, those are our
I mean,
boys from
compared.
ODU, Milestone Comics.
Yes.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
also, just like I was saying to you, I'm looking forward to hearing them say "booyah."
Oh my god.
You know, and what Eric just
I like
said,
the aerosol cheese.
What-
Cheese me up, man.
what Eric just said, man, if oh my god, if I was a president of DC, I would go that route. I would be like, well, this is what we're doing it. Cyborg and Robin are the main characters in the Teen Titans movie TV show that everybody loves. and the kids love. So we're gonna go and make a movie, and we're gonna gear it. It can be done. Look at The Incredibles.
Yeah, it can be done.
It can be done. Now they're coming with Superhero 6 or Big Hero 6. It's gonna be a huge hit. And
I'm gonna go see it.
yeah, so it's gonna. So why don't you go that route? But they're not gonna do that. They're just trying to force feed us Cyborg as a badass, and trying to. Well, we're not only white. We have Jason Momoa playing Aquaman,
Wait a minute now.
who
It
is a
could be
white
worse.
guy.
We could get Apache Chief, El Dorado, and the Samurai.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
you already got it on the Lone Ranger.
Right?
Oh yeah.
But and this is what I'm saying. Why don't they, instead of doing a cyber movie, why don't they do the black
Jon Stewart
movie?
Yeah.
Or why don't they just bring? And I don't know why they're trying to make. I know they're trying to.
Common for that. Anyway.
They what?
He was saying common. I don't know. I know this much that when, because when we talk about movies and heroes, we're going up there. We're like, who would we want to see? You know, because Black Panther originally Wesley Snipes was going to play Black Panther. That project fell through. He
Yeah.
pushed Blade hard. He got Blade. Now he's coming back to reprise the role. That's gonna be sweet.
Too old. Maybe he
Nah,
could
man.
be his
Did you
father,
see-
maybe.
Look, did
Yeah.
you see Expendables?
Well, he
Yeah,
wants
but
to make.
he's too old, though.
Well, he wants to make another Blade movie.
Yeah, he's already signed for
Yeah.
it.
Already done.
He's already signed for
and
it.
he's gonna crush it again because he's not gonna be
Man,
with Dave
I'm telling
Goyer.
I'm telling you.
He's gonna be like,
They do amazing
Yeah.
things with special effects nowadays.
You're right.
I mean,
Yeah.
but it's just to have
Yeah,
that.
did
that
you watch Captain America: The First Avenger? Seeing
Yeah.
Chris Evans, super short and scrawny
Yeah,
and
that's
everything.
true.
Did you see Rocky 7?
Stop!
You could do this.
I like Rocky Balboa.
Six, by the way.
So,
So
go ahead.
the last thing I want to talk about before, because
Yeah.
we always go back to the movies. We love it. But one news that I love. Well, there's one news that I'm in. When somebody's about to die, what do you say? When somebody dies, you're in
Morning.
I'm in mourning. Is that the Marvel's Ultimate Universe is coming to an end, and Miles Morales is my guy. So
You think they're gonna kill him off?
Nah, I don't know if
they're gonna cancel the
actually-
whole universe. So they're probably gonna bring Miles
They haven't
Morales in
confirmed
the.
anything, with that. They've announced it, but they've teased the end of the Ultimate Universe before.
Well, they already killed every other character, like Captain America, Thor. Everybody's dead.
It could end up being just like Hulk, the end. A one-shot comic where they're just giving you a hypothetical. This is the way everything ends.
I don't know.
It could be something
I-
like
I
that,
hope
or
so,
they
but I
could be
don't know.
having some major plans for the Ultimate Universe to make it collapse and reboot the entirety of Marvel.
I hope
Like
not.
DC did.
Like DC
I hope-
did with
I hope
New
not,
52.
because
DC
that-
might be doing again.
You know what? You know why I hope not. I hope
Multiversity.
I hope if they killed it. I hope if they kill it, that they kill it, because that's the one thing about the Ultimate Universe that I love. That when you die, you're dead. Like Captain America died, he's dead. Spider-Man died, he's dead. They're not rebooting. We're not gonna reboot. No, we go. If they're gonna kill it, just kill it, and
No.
and I'll be happy.
Because you have still that's the best thing about comic books. You still have that run
Yeah, I
to
mean,
go
yeah.
back.
If I love it, I'll go
open
read it
that
again.
book, and go read it through it again. Yeah.
So that's one thing, and another thing that I'm super mega excited is that I don't know if y'all have even read Spawn, but Al Simmons is coming back, and Al Simmons was the first Spawn, a black character that actually is a badass, and I was like, yes, I can buy Spawn again. I stopped buying it when they brought this white guy being Spawn, and I'm like, man, that's not Al Simmons. That's not the guy that I love. So I just stopped my phone and just announced that he was coming back and that they're probably gonna come with a new TV animated series.
Yeah, I think they released a teaser.
Yeah.
I think the best part about Spawn was Angela.
She was a good part. She was a good part. And I tell you what. Well, I mean, I don't read Angela now. Angela to me is dead. But because she died in Spawn 100, and how she died was epic. Like she died, they were fighting the devil,
Well, I mean,
and
the whole story was because the guy who actually created her before was fighting, saying that it was his character. So that's
Yeah.
why they end
Neil
up
Gaiman.
killing him.
Yeah.
So it just
But
kinda
it-
messed up too. You know.
Yeah. So, but the way they finished her whole story in the Spawn movie, in the Spawn series, I was like, yes, that's perfect. I mean, it works. So now they're coming with she's Thor's sister or something like that. I'm like, no, she's not.
You know, I love it when they do that to Woodhammer. When they
She's
mess
not.
with his characters, he just be going,
Come on, man. You're making Thor a woman, and now you're bringing her as a sister. Come on, man.
They're putting salt in your coffee.
Man, I'm sorry, man. I'm a Thor guy, man. If I see the people in charge, if I see Joe Quesada, we might have some words.
Well, I tell you guys, we've hit that time again. This time we're still a little bit over, but I hate to say it, but I think it's time to wrap it up and bring it to an end. Once again, we had a blast. Thank you for having us.
Thank you guys for coming.
And
Hope you come anytime you guys want.
oh,
It's your house.
oh. So we are now home, and we'll just keep them going. And I think maybe we'll have to just make the effort to come here to do our shows.
Yeah, at least once a
More
month.
frequently.
Yeah,
At least once a
At least
month.
once a month.
Yeah.
Once a month, we'll do a show here.
If
and then-
you don't kick us out.
and get our books and binds.
That could be. We'll talk about that after the show's over.
Yeah, I just had no idea too.
Oh,
Just
boy.
right there, I was like,
Uh-oh.
So, Calypso Faye, you want to say goodbye and take us out?
Bye.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
From the deep.